Hi HCGers, HCG Berry Babe checking in. In terms of what's happening now, I'm still taking the pellets. I'm way past day 23 on the pellets. My weight has been creeping up. I'm a little up over 170 this morning, holding some fluid. I'm not really overeating, except when you're on the HCG and you eat quote-unquote normally, that's overeating. I had my appointment with my plastic surgeon today, and I'll talk about that in a minute. There have been a couple of days when I haven't done pellets because I think this is ridiculous. Taking the HCG and continuing to eat is stupid. But I keep having that any day now, any day now, any day now. It's going to click, and I have been getting closer. The foods that I'm eating are not huge amounts of wildly inappropriate food. It's just still too much food for the HCG. So today was a better day. Being out of the house helps. It's like just as I was driving back toward home, I could feel my brain closing in again and thinking more about food. So I think I definitely have cabin fever already, and winter hasn't even started. So that's going to be a real challenge for me. In my support group, bariatric support meeting where I go to from my surgery, there's a nurse that runs it. She's doing a healthy eating, relationship with eating class. And there were very few people there the last time, so it isn't something everybody's real gung-ho on doing. And I did not fill out her little chart with when I was hungry and what I ate and did I eat till I was full. I thought about it some, but still too much in denial. And just because she wants me to do it, I'm just enough of a 3-year-old to not do it. But this last week, the lesson was on cognitive behavior therapy, and so I thought it's a good reminder. It was a good reminder for me, so it's a good reminder for all of us about how we can change our thinking about food. So, for example, you're on a diet and you're offered food, and your first thought is, oh, it's rude to refuse food, and you feel conflicted and guilty, and you go ahead and you eat the food. One way to reframe the thought for yourself is you still have the thought it's rude to refuse the food, but then you let your rational brain step in and say, refusing food can be done in a rude manner or a gracious manner. I need to eat to support my weight loss goals. So I will refuse food graciously when I'm not hungry. If I stop and think, and the cravings or the inclinations aren't too heavy, this really does work. I do think that if you do it often enough, it does become habit. An example is that I no longer feel as if I have to have popcorn when I go to the movie. I've talked about that before, because at one point, and still, tell myself that just because I'm at the movie and that's what they're serving doesn't mean I need to eat that stuff. And so now it's become, it's less likely, it's just not my thing to eat popcorn when I go to the movie. I still eat popcorn, but it used to be that I'd say, ooh, I want popcorn, what movie can I go to? And so it's not tied like that anymore. Today I had my last check-in for my second thigh surgery, and all is going well. I still have that one little part on my leg that's going to, right at my knee, it's got kind of a dog ear that's going to need to be fixed. I'm going to have my third part of the surgery in June. I'm going to a meeting about substitute teaching on Monday, and if things work out, then I probably will be subbing a few days a week. And I thought I need a break from the anesthesia. I had 2 eyes done on different occasions in February, and then I had the when did I have it? July, and then August, September. I mean, I've had 2 this summer, so my legs are still swollen, and he's going to be actually doing a mini tummy tuck, tightening things up and clearing up scars. And I was really excited. I have a hernia now. It's not the traditional hernia that people who've had bariatric surgery get, which is up and down the midline. This is under, it runs about at my waist, and if I, especially in my underwear or bra, if I'm in, you know how when you're in bed and you sit up just a little bit and you lean over and you flap your blankets around if they've gotten disarrayed, that's enough to push the muscle, which is about 3 inches high and about 6 inches long, right out. And then it's hard. And I have discovered that if I can stand up and push down and under, that I can get it back underneath. So what he's going to do is, when you have a tummy tuck, they can either just do what they call the smile, which is along the top of your groin area, across the top of your legs, and pull the skin tight, or they can make that cut and then they go up just to under your breasts, and then they pull that, pull that skin together. So in order to get to the hernia, he's going to, and get the insurance to pay for it, he's going to go up the middle and fix the hernia and then pull it together, so some of that middle hangover that I hate, that makes me feel so fat, will be gone. He had done that before, but and the skin is still somewhat numb, but that will help take care of some of that front skin. So I was tickled about that. But one of the things that most tickled me today was that the change in his demeanor toward me after having seen me at the fair and seen me dressed and in full makeup. Today when I went in, and I did put on makeup today all the way. A lot of times I just do my eyes, but right after surgery I don't usually do anything. I look pretty ragged. And of course my face is not where he's looking, but I could just really tell that I'm human to him now. And so I think he's going to be giving me more personal service. So I'm pleased about that. And boy, I'm keeping up the HCG. I'm gonna try. But we had a fight about my weight. That's the thing. He doesn't want me below 170. And I said, no. I said, I feel fat. And he said, but you don't have any extra fat. And we agreed that there was some extra skin with a little bit of fat in it around my middle, but other than that, my arms have hanging skin, but they're very thin. So I tried to negotiate 160 to 170, and he says, well, 165 to 170. But he was trying to do 170 to 175. And one of the things he said was that he was real concerned about loss of muscle mass. And I tried to assure him that I'm not losing any weight without the HCG. I don't think I'm losing a whole lot of muscle. But he doesn't know that, and I didn't try to tell that to him. And so it's like, okay. So I'm still thinking 160 because that's where I was most comfortable. But it's hard when we're all looking at the HCG limbo. How low can you go to pick a number that doesn't match the fantasy goal? I mean, I was having trouble with 155 being the goal. Now I'm supposed to have 165 the goal. So I know whenever I get to a goal, I end up putting some compensatory weight back on right away, because those are glycogen stores. So I may try to get down to 155 and then stabilize by 160 to 165, but I got to get back down into the 160s for it to even be an issue. And to do that, I got to pay attention. So that's all for now. I know a lot of people, and me included, are having trouble keeping up with the vlogs, but at least they're there for us when we're ready for them. So I'm hoping all of you that are watching this are doing well and that things are good in your life. Bye for now.